Hello, everyone. Welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day, regardless of what happened last night. And we're just going to go ahead and take a quick look at Bitcoin, see what's going on first before we jump into Crow, because obviously Bitcoin had a lot to do with it. So taking a look at Bitcoin, of course, just to kind of summarize the obvious, we had in no less than 16 hours a 27.25% decrease from top to bottom in that time. That's a very significant drop, and it pretty much caused every single stop loss that's available unless you had a 30% or greater stop loss in place to get liquidated. So that's why a lot of stuff just kept going, right? Just kind of that continuation of fear. We're in a significantly fear market right now, but I got good news for you. The size of this candle wick is extremely good, right? In other words, the longer the candle wick, the more likely it is to turn around quicker. And that kind of just helps us reiterate the fact that we have a nice, strong support right in the range of about 47, 48,000. So I'm confident that that should be the bottom, just based on the simple fact that it came down so low and ramped right back up. If you look at any previous candlestick, or candle wick, of course, the lower part, they're all much smaller, even on significant time frames. Okay, so that to me is a very, very good sign. It basically just means that the thought process in the market is that the value should be higher than what, as low as 42,000. Okay, so not terrible. That's good stuff. We don't need to look at really much anything else besides that, because all the other indicators, so to speak, at this point in time are kind of almost irrelevant, just in the sense that it's too early to tell. But I do feel like the bottom is in, and we're going to see not much lower than 47,000, based on the simple fact that it's recovered well. We've got an obvious support level there at about 47 from before. Potential resistance, of course, could be right around 52,300. That was the support initially, but we'll have to bridge that gap and see, right? Because I think the next couple of days we're going to probably see somewhere between 47 and 52, kind of fluctuating, so to speak. But I don't speculate we're going to see much lower based on how strong that candle wick came down and came right back up. Okay, it should not have gone that low, and that's just the way it goes. Okay, it's unfortunate, but it happened, right? All right, so moving on to KuCoin, let's kind of see what's going on here. And most charts are going to look very similar, okay? But what we want to identify is just how well it's recovering, and how it's either bouncing off previous support or resistance levels, and essentially where we're at in that state of exhaustion. Now, the one-day chart doesn't tell us too much here, except for the fact that we do have a decent support here potential right around 58 cents. And you can see that obviously the candlestick's trying to close right there, or just did rather. And then of course, we've got the previous highs just before it broke that all-time high at 58 cents. So I would venture to speculate at this point, 58 cents, we'll probably see that be the bottom. Again, a little too early to tell, but it's more than likely not going to be a resistance. It should continue to be a support. Okay, so that's a very, very good sign on the one day. And the fact that we're holding above 50 on the RSI is a very good sign on the one-day chart. Take a look at the 4-hour. Most 4 hours look the same here. We all dipped below 30, and of course you got this extremely low, lower, 12-day moving average that has not intersected with the 26. But we're going to start seeing a lot of MACD convergences on the 4-hour chart here soon. Bear in mind, a lot of that is contingent on Bitcoin doing well, right, and recovering. But the fact that it recovered so quickly, again, based on how low it went, is a very good sign for most other coins. Now, the coins you want to watch out for are the coins that bounce back quickly. Now, Crow hasn't done that yet, but it was trending down in the first place, right? So with it trying to kind of establish its support right around 64, 66 cents, I'm not surprised to see it having gone down as low as it has and not recovered as quick. Like there's a few coins right now that are very, very, they're bounced back very quickly. But that's again, that they were ready to take off, if that makes any sense. KuCoin was still establishing itself, so you can kind of expect it to be in the range of where it's at. So again, 58 cents should likely be the new support. So we're good there in that sense. Let's take a look at TD sequential. We can see we hit like a 7 or an 8. Actually, we're right in an 8 right now. So we should likely see a reset and get that hopefully 1 through a 9 back to the upside. Again, we got to kind of look at this again here soon. I'll take a look at it tomorrow and make sure we identify kind of what's going on. But everything's kind of standard right now for where it's at, and Crow still has really good, strong fundamentals, etc. They're growing. It'd be a best case scenario right now is to continue to dollar cost average. You got the chance. Go ahead and add to your position essentially, because Crow is definitely going to do some good things. So again, still bullish on Crow. The fact that it didn't go as low as most other coins is a testament to how good it is, right? So just keep that in mind. It's definitely in good shape in that sense, right? So all good things there. I'm trying to think if we should. I think the Ishimoku cloud is going to definitely be skewed. Yeah, we're not going to really see much for the cloud on most coins, but the key takeaway here is that it is reversing. You can see that obviously the lower lead is intersecting with the upper lead, or a correction of the baseline. And once we have that swap, so to speak, then we'll be in good shape to consider taking position confidently. So for lack of better terms, we want to see the price kind of above the cloud here, right around 60 cents, to be able to, comfortably take the position to the upside. But I do think based on where it's at right now, we're in pretty good shape to be able to see that. So yeah, honestly, all good things here from Crow. Most coins are going to be, again, very similar. They're going to look a lot alike on the charts. But the key takeaway is how well they respond to key level support and resistances, especially on the one-day chart. That's why it's kind of a little hard to identify early on what's going on. But I like how low it didn't go, if that makes any sense. Like, I mean, most other coins went down much, much further. And where it's at right now compared to where it was, I think we're looking pretty good shapes here. So again, I'll take a look at Crow again in the very near future. I just want to kind of let you know, dollar cost average as much as you can if you have the opportunity. And if not, just hang tight with your position. You're going to be fine. We're going to recover. This will break its all-time high. I'm confident of that happening. But again, we got to be realistic. It's not going to happen this week or this, maybe not even this month, right? We got to get some stability in the market. And once we get that bounce from Bitcoin, which I think is very realistic according to the 4-year cycle, we will see coins like this continue to take off. Because again, KuCoin is fairly synonymous with Bitcoin at the moment. Most coins are. They haven't broken free of that yet. And in that sense, we need to respect and understand what Bitcoin's doing. So I'll analyze Bitcoin again here soon as well, kind of go a deeper dive there. But for now, Crow's in good shape, just so you know. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good one. Take care.